Hi, this is Alan Rinsler, and I'm here with Ron McElroy, who's just published his memoir, Wrong Side of the Tracks. So, Ron, this is a memoir, so let's start at the beginning. Tell me about your mom and dad.
Well, my father was of German and Irish descent from the hills of North Carolina. And his growing years were somewhat traumatic. Comes from a family of a death in the family. His mom at a fairly early age, 11 years old. And I think that had a fair amount to do with how he probably looked at life. My father, when I was growing up, was an alcoholic. He was constantly in circumstances with raising us kids was not an ideal situation. There was a lot of violence, especially with my brother. There were incidences where he wouldn't like something my brother was doing, namely, getting in trouble. But there'd be, fisticuffs, punches, broken glass, things of that nature. And so that was a common theme in our house growing up. On the other side, my mother was from a Hawaiian descent. She's Hawaiian and Korean, but really emphasized everything that was beautiful about family life, which was a Hawaiian trait that she brought with her into the family. And so there was a lot of love, and on the other side, there was a lot of confusion and violence and things that just didn't make sense. Like coming home from school one day and, walking home with friends and seeing your father being on the side of a truck, being spread eagle and arrested for drinking under the influence. And back then, it was in a day when it didn't seem like that happened. I never heard of people drinking under the influence.
You mean driving under the influence?
Correct, yeah. And so that was a common theme in our lives growing up. So there was a lot of good, which was the family, being together and the values that were established on my mom's side. But then the confusion and the violence.
What was it like being Hawaiian, growing up with a Hawaiian mother in Southern California?
It was interesting. There was a fair amount of discrimination because we weren't your typical Anglo, even though my father was German and Irish and plainly an Anglo individual. We three kids looked Hawaiian, dark skin, dark hair, and there was a little bit of discrimination as far as how we fit in or how we were treated. But like my mother always, kind of instilled in us that you should be proud to be Hawaiian and be proud to be who you are and be proud of your family as well. So that was a big positive influence that I took away from my growing years.
Okay, well, thank you. I want to tell everybody they can buy a copy of Ron's book either by going on his website, Wrong Side of the Tracks, book.com, or from Amazon.